Hey YouTube, Kale here. Today I want to talk about something really important. Um, today, my eyeball. Today, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, um, my great-grandfather passed away. He went to be with Jesus. And when he come to find when he died, I had a lot of regrets. He was a really nice guy, very godly man. Loved everybody, But when you're a kid, you really don't take the time to get to know somebody that's really old, because you just assume they're weird, or they might smell funny to you, or whatever the excuse is. You just don't really feel like spending that much time with them, really. He got Alzheimer's about 2-3 years ago. My great grandmother died around then, and he'd never been the same after that. He'd already started to have Alzheimer's before then, but after she died, he was never the same again after that. But one of the things I want to talk about is one of the things I want to implore you to do, regardless of how old or how young somebody is. If you see somebody, or if they're a family member, or if they're in school with you, take advantage of that time with them. Take advantage of the chances you have to hang out with them and to be with them. Oftentimes we think that person's going to be there the next day, but you don't know that. None of us know that. Nobody wants to pay attention to the fact that somebody we know and love might be dead the next day. Nobody wants to think about that. We want to assume that we're all going to live forever, and we're not. And there was a friend of mine in my English class in high school. His name was Breck Young. He was a really nice kid. Now there were some other classmates in there that sort of picked on me and stuff to be silly, and he would join in sometimes. But overall, he was a really good guy. He was a good Christian fellow, and I really didn't take the time to talk to him. I just assumed. I was in a time of my life when I just assumed the worst of everybody, because I used to get picked on all the time. And I still have a bad habit of looking back to the past, of things I used to do and things people used to do to me. And I never really gave him a chance. And I think, like, the 1st of June last year, he went to go get his cap and gown for graduation. And that night he never came home. He died in a car wreck that night. It was actually probably like a week before graduation, because I found out like maybe 3 or 4 days before graduation started. But I was torn apart, not by the fact that I knew him real well and that I was never going to see him again. I was torn apart by the fact that I refused to take the chance to get to know him. And that I was never going to get that chance again, unless, of course, he is indeed in heaven with Jesus. Now, to be clear, I am a very strong believer in, if someone confesses with their mouth that Jesus is Lord, that they will have a relationship with him and that they'll be in heaven when they die. I didn't know that much about Breck, so I don't know if he had that. I do believe that without Jesus you go to hell. I'm not saying that to be mean or to start debates or arguments, but that's what I believe. And that's my great hope for everybody, not just people who watch my videos, but anybody that, regardless of whether or not I come into contact with them at all, that they would get to know Jesus, and that they would have that chance to live in heaven forever with him and with their loved ones. But like I said, I didn't get the chance to, I didn't take the chance to get to know Breck. And, he could be in hell right now for all I know. I mean, I'm very blessed to know that I'll get to see my granddad again, and I'll get to see my granny again, and I'll get to be with them and spend time with them in the future. But with people, especially for the non-Christians that are watching this, you never know when somebody you love, you never know when they're going to die. So the time that you do have with them, don't take it for granted. And, you know, if you're like me, if you're an introvert and you're afraid to get close to people, don't be. Don't look back at how people used to treat you. Look forward. Look at the opportunities that are open to you. Stop looking back at yesterday and how bad you were treated yesterday. Look at today and charge forward into tomorrow, knowing that you have opportunities to be with the people you love and care about. Don't waste it. Don't let yourself be sitting in regret because you had the chance to meet somebody, to get to know somebody that just might have been really cool. Somebody that could have been there for you when things were hard. Somebody that could have supported you. Somebody you could have supported. Don't let that slip through your fingers because you're afraid to get to know them. Don't live in that kind of regret. I guess I'll just leave you guys with that. Grandad, I know that, well, you see all this, you don't necessarily have to go onto YouTube in heaven and watch this because you see it already, but I love you. I'm real sorry that I wasn't there, but I know you understand, and I hope you're having a great time, and I'll see you soon. God bless you, everybody. Thanks.